Nerd Soul.
I want to shout out Ninja for this. I haven't finished it, but there's a show called Another. I still don't really know why it's called Another. I mean, there's some things that I guess postulate why, but it's 13 episodes, right? Yeah, it's 13 episodes, and it's basically about this weird situation where a kid died in the school, and now like it seems to be a curse on the class. And I want to give a shout out to just the way it's drawn and directed, because at least the very first 3 episodes, before you start to uncover more and more, it's just unsettling. Like the way they film, the way they like set up different shots, it's like, this is weird. And why do people even live in this town anymore? And like they got this hospital in the basement. It's just like, it's a killer basement, man. It's like the dungeon basement. It's like, why would anybody go down there? Like why? Like, but even the
Buffalo
way they shoot
Bill
the
down there,
alleyways and the streets, even classrooms, it's very unsettling and weird. And they get across this mood that's like real scary. And I dig it. I really do. And then, of course, the curse starts taking people and stuff. And I got to give them their props, man. Like when Ninja recommended it, I was like, all right, let me give it a shot. And you know what? I have to say that I have been thoroughly impressed with the Final Destination curse that's going on. Because kids be dropping. Now, I will say this. They do be cutting the camera on some of these kills. You know what I'm saying? But I understand. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know about the censor body in Japan. So, you got to do what you got to do. But it's kind of on point. I got to give them their props.
Might need to try it then.
I could be wrong, because this is like, I watched this over a decade ago. I could be wrong. Another might be one of those that started out showing it and then got kind of censored a little along the way, where they kind of black things out and whatnot, or in post, or in the remaster, however, like that. I feel like that was one of those. I remember being like, wait, show what's going on. But I do have a soft spot for darker shows and content, and I always have to gauge if people are actually going to like it a lot, because sometimes they're like, okay, that's too much. But I find that Another, like you said, it does have this unsettling, like, even if they're just having dialogue, it's just like this. It's the color palettes they use, it's the angles that they show, where it's like you don't ever know if they're truly feel alone, or if like something's there, or what's going on. So it's for a shorter anime and for a fairly older anime in the grand scheme of things. I think it's worth checking out. But I also have like a laundry list of weird, darker shows that I can always give out, newer and older, if anyone's ever interested, because I always find that form of storytelling so interesting, because it's so different than the more generic formula of like shoujo or shonen. Like it's just so off that I really enjoy it.
Word. Yeah, it's cool. I enjoyed it a lot. So I can't wait to finish that up. I think I got like 3 episodes left, but I ain't going front. I've been trying to do that and Bleach, and also the C19 got it, brother. So you know what I'm saying, I was down for a little bit, but I've been trying to watch it, get my learn on, figure out what's going on with these kids, what's going on with the school, like so I dig it. But I also feel like this is a place that maybe everybody should have just decided, let's just all leave. Let's just all leave this town. Like, let's leave this town and just, I don't know, put up a barricade around the town and like just never come back. And unfortunately, people don't never listen to Mayor NERDSoul. They on it, they be wanting to stay. They be like, let's keep going to school. It's a cool idea. No, it's not. Kids is dying.
It's crazy. You'll be the character that either left, or they'll run you out first, or you'll be the first victim and be like, he died just because he didn't believe. Be like, in the town and his prosperity, and then everybody starts dropping.
That's another reason why this show in particular reminds me of like that 90s slasher type genre, because it's like there are several times where you're just like, y'all could just avoid this altogether. But that's what reminds me of the absurdities of slasher movies from like the 90s, like Scream, and I Know What You Did Last Summer or something. I like stuff like that, because it's like,
now I know what you did last summer though.
Yeah, so it's like there's a funness to it, because then you're just like, okay, some of y'all just asking for it.
Like,
so I enjoy stuff like that too, though.
Why would anybody stay in the town where it is at? Like, if you know there's been like a wave of children getting murdered, I'm just gonna stay here in Derry, Massachusetts. Like, what? Why?
Now, the trip is like when you watch it, you're like, hold up, because Stephen King, the way he does it, well, of course it's being adapted, so Stephen King didn't like write the movie, but like the way it's adapted, at least, they kind of allude to the fact like the parents know, but they're not saying anything because they're not getting taken. So it's like that makes it even more ominous, because it's like, so like the parents know about this, so they're just like letting kids get taken and not saying nothing.
Do they get free mortgages or rent with this or something? Like, what is, like, why would you stay there? Why?
Yeah, like
why would you agree to this?
It's fun to watch, but I know one thing, like when in the second one, when they're like, oh man, it happened again, we got to come back, I'll be like, we? Who?
I can't do no.
What you mean we?
I can't do it, man. It's too much for me, man. I ain't like clowns.
I ain't going front. I love it. The newer ones, I love it, but when they were like, we got to come back because it's starting again, I'll be like, who?
Like, who?
No, y'all better call the fire department or something. I don't know.
Especially like, didn't they have like one? They always had that one black person. I'd be like, you folks,
y'all better call Ghostbusters.
Stay the hell away from me.
Look, they just did they remake.
Don't call me for no reunions. I don't know you people. Goodbye. Yeah.
I'm not even coming back to the state. Like, I'm staying away from the whole Northeast.
I'm going south. Like, if I want to get killed by, I ain't gonna say make that joke, but if I want to deal with something that looks white and evil, I just might as well go down south. For in my face.
Like something like that. I'm not going any further north than like
that joke, and then made a worse joke.
I was about to make something really worse. I had to make it less. I had to make it PG.
But yeah, I'm not going any further north than say Maryland, and any further east than say like maybe like Illinois. Like I'm leaving that whole sector. I'm be like, nope, I ain't taking no chances. I'll be like, I got out. They be like, you ain't coming back. I'll be like, well, you was there when we was little, just go down to the sewer and stop them. Like, you be all right. Like, y'all don't need me.